Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes squared off in the postseason for the first time ever. And, hey, look, it has the makings, Chris, and you mentioned this during the game. It's got the makings of a new Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. But the Texans have to put a defense on the field or it's never going to be very close. Because even with 24 points in hand, it wasn't nearly enough for Deshaun Watson and company to hold off the onslaught. Once the giant woke up for the Kansas City Chiefs, you could feel. I've never seen a momentum swing like that, where a team was done and it's like it's over, and the fans are probably going to start leaving, and then all it took was that one moment. And everything starts going in Kansas City's way, and they never look back. Drive after drive after drive, touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. And from the Texans standpoint, I feel bad for them. They had their moment where they felt like, hey, it's going to be Titans-Texans in the AFC Championship game. And then once the doors blew off, they were just gone for good.
Well, I mean, okay, so there they are. You're right. The Chiefs come out. They lay an egg. I mean, it's like, whoa, blown coverage, first drive, guy wide open for a 50-yard bomb touchdown. Hey, block punt. Drop punt by Tyreek Hill. Another nice little drive in between. 24-0. Holy cow, we haven't even got going. What's going on? The great kick return jumpstarts them. That's what playmakers do. That's why, first off, you got to give Andy Reid, Brett Veach a lot of credit there, because that's why you draft playmakers. And they have a keen eye for that, because in those type of moments, this team's asleep. Oh, crap, what are we going to do? McCole Hardman, these guys they can't wait to get the ball. I mean, that's what kind of hurt Tyreek Hill when he dropped the punt. They want to make a play. I'll jumpstart the team. Let's go. Well, it finally happened. And then to your point, the sleeping giant woke up. Well, it didn't help when Bill O'Brien put some smelling salt in front of them on 4th and 7. It's 24-7. To me, this was the turning point of the game. It's 24-7, and Kansas City, yes, had just scored a touchdown, but off of a short field and had a penalty on that drive as well to help the touchdown. And it's 4th and 4, and he calls the fake punt and gives Kansas City the short field again to go, hey, I wasn't sure if the offense got the momentum here, but I just want to make sure, Kansas City, you guys got the momentum now. Here we go. We're going to go for it. I just didn't like the timing of it. I always like, hey, listen, I'm for aggressive. I understand you want to stomp a team out. I just didn't think that was the moment to do it. They were still in control of the game. Punt the ball away. Try to pin them down there. Kansas City had yet to drive the ball down the full length of the field. See if they're going to do it. But they kind of jump-started their engine, and that was it. It was night-night after that. You couldn't stop them.
And I think what made it even worse, Chris, running the fake punt in that spot, up 17 points with a lot of game left, the message, whether he intended it or not, to his defense from Bill O'Brien was, I don't trust you guys to hold this lead.
Yeah. I think I think that's got to be a little bit of the psychosis of guys running out there in the field going, I'm sure a lot of the defensive guys don't know he's going for the fake punt, right? So all of a sudden they're whoa, we got to get out there. Here we go. They're kind of slowly buttoning up their chin straps. They're getting ready. And then it's, damn, okay, our back's against, the wall here again. We got to be down here close to the end zone. And yeah, I think there's some psychoanalysis there to your defense. Yeah, I don't trust you guys. We got to put them away right now. That's to me a play where you save for later in the football game, not in the second quarter when you're controlling the football game as is. To me, it's one of those where, okay, maybe it was 24-14 or 24-21, and now you're going, all right, I got to do something to swing the momentum back in my direction. Let me do it. I don't think momentum was totally with Kansas City here. I think it still was like, well, I think we can come back. I mean, at least we got something positive going. But then they score the touchdown here, and then, Mahomes went crazy when they scored, and you were like, uh-oh, they're back. Like, watch out. We're in store for a game from here on out, and that's what it was. And then it became not a game at all because of what you said. Kansas City's just unbelievable once they get rolling.
The example I always use in games like this, the little brother playing the big brother in ping pong. And when it was 21-0 and little brother is like, hey, here we go, I'm on my way. I think the first moment little brother became aware and started to get a little nervous was when Bill O'Brien went for the field goal instead of going for it on fourth down. Because I tell you what, if they could have punched it in again and made it 28-0,
right.
I just think psychologically that makes it a lot harder to come back from. Based on what we saw from the Chiefs yesterday, though, they probably would have still been able to do it.
Right.
But that was the first moment where everything's going Houston's way. It's rolling, it's clicking. And when you back off, right, you got your foot hovering over their throat, and you consciously back off, and then you do the ridiculous. It really was ridiculous. And I know Andy Reid, the coach of the Chiefs, defended Bill O'Brien after the game. I mean, he's just being a good winner. And also he's thankful that the guy ran the fake punt. But that fake punt, I think, was essentially throwing in the white towel because you knew what was going to come. Yeah. And it came. 51-7. Think about what this game would have been if the Texans didn't get those lucky breaks early on with the block punt and the muff punt. It would have been one of the all-time divisional round blowouts, Chris.
Yeah, no, you're right. Well, Kansas City was clearly the better football team. I think that's when the nerves of the game settled in and Kansas City stopped shooting themselves in the foot. You sat there and watched, and you went, oh, man, Kansas City's clearly better here. You know, with Mahomes' playmaking ability, they got aggressive on the offensive side of the ball finally. You know, again, Kansas City, they got to stop letting some of these teams play man-to-man on them. They got to attack more, and I think that's finally what they did, Mahomes and company. They finally just said, you know, we got to start throwing the ball 15, 25, 30 yards down the field. At least we'll get pass interference, do things like that. And, you know, I think that's what they got going. The Texans were playing in their face, and then Mahomes got rolling, started making plays. Kelsey does a great job when Mahomes scrambles. You know, Mahomes took the game over. Oh, it's man-to-man. Oh, there's a lane to run. There's nobody playing me, man. And all you guys are chasing my receivers down, so there's backs turned. He made a number of big plays scrambling. That's why, to me, the best quarterback in the NFL right now, and you know this hurts me to say because I love number 12 up in Green Bay, but the best guy in the game right now is number 15 in red over there. And his coach is Big Red. He's just amazing. What he does, the plays he makes, the leadership, the calmness, all of it, to me is top-notch, and he's the best in the sport for my money.
And, Chris, I think one of the reasons that the Chiefs got overlooked as the season progressed, beyond the new bright, shiny object being Lamar Jackson and what the Ravens are doing and what the 49ers are doing, and the Chiefs lost some games at home. But once Patrick Mahomes got injured, he had the ankle injury from week 1 against the Jaguars that hobbled him for several weeks. Then you throw the knee injury on top of it that he suffered on that quarterback sneak against the Broncos on a Thursday night.
Yep.
He never really had gotten back to being the guy who could do all the other things other than, you know, if all you have is a rocket arm, you're going to be well served as an NFL quarterback. But when you augment that with the ability to move the launch pad wherever you want, however you want, and you throw 53 rushing yards. He said after the game, the one thing that jumped off the stat sheet at him was he had 53 rushing yards. He led the team in rushing, 7 attempts, 53 yards. And when you have that mobility back again, you're even more dangerous, and it's 2018 all over again, and you don't have the Patriots coming in for the AFC Championship game.
It's really something he probably needs to be a hair more aware of, you know, and it puts such great stress on the defense with the way they're built. Yeah, his mobility's top-notch, as we saw, whether it's scrambling, extending a plays. I mean, come on, some of those touchdown passes on 3rd and goal to Travis Kelce, I mean, none of them were open. Those are just two guys making unbelievable plays. Mahomes doing a great job of, like, finding a hole, buying time. Kelsey doing a great job going, wow, I'm totally covered. Let me find a hole to let this freak of nature Mahomes just throw me some ball. And, you know, of course he did. And Kelsey made some great catches. But, yeah, Mahomes is just a phenomenal talent. And, you know, even, you know, again, early on, he wasn't off, right? I mean, the team was letting him down. Receivers were letting him down. Yeah, he missed a ball, you know, could have maybe thrown a hair more accurately here and there. But, I mean, Kelsey drop, Robinson drop. I mean, he came out ready to play. So he is just an unbelievable talent and amazing. You know, one more thing, too. Do you mind if I go here? Just back to the –
Yes.
You do? All right, the hell with you anyways.
Well, you always do that.
Do I
ever tell you no?
No,
just
you
do
don't.
it.
Okay, fine. I'm doing it. It's 24-0. You're right. The field goal, right? They're up 21-0. It's 4th and 1. Looks like they're going to go for it. There must be some, you know, miscommunication on the sidelines between Billy O'Brien, the guy putting in the personnel, right? And then he decides to kick the field goal. I'll say this. I don't have an issue with him kicking the field goal to go up 24-0. I get it. But at that I get like the naysayers out there. Oh, you go for the kill. First of all, it was the middle of the second quarter. There's a lot of time, a lot of football to be played. Second thing I would argue is, hey, you go up 24-0. You're making a team to come back. They got to score 3 touchdowns. They got to score 6 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns, 2 2-point conversions. So I think he's going out like that. And to that point of the game, Kansas City had shown no ability really to drive the ball. So I think he's thinking, okay, I'll just take this, go up 24-0. Maybe we get a stop again. If I kick a field goal, I go up 27-0, and it's a 4-score football game. So, it didn't work out that way, but I didn't have much of a problem with that one.
But I still think that, and especially the wavering there, and we're going to go for it, we're going to kick it. That was the first moment that little brother realized I really shouldn't be winning against big brother in ping pong the way I am.
Maybe,
and it's not going to and it's probably not going to last. Right?
Maybe. You're right. I mean, maybe that's what Billy O'Brien. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what his logic was there. It didn't
and the
make
exciting thing.
Yeah.
The exciting thing about the game was this, too. Once it's 24-0, like, we're going to see something special. We're either going to see the Chiefs get knocked off at home and the Texans advance to an all-Houston AFC championship, or we're going to see a great comeback. And my money was on the comeback. Like, didn't we all have a sense this is the Chiefs at some point? They are going to wake up. And the question is, will they do it with enough time remaining to overcome however many points the Texans have? I mean, I think even when it felt as dark and as bleak as it could have gotten, there was a sense they're gonna find a way to dig their way out of this.
It's valid. You're right, because it's like we were just talking about. It wasn't like, Kansas City. It wasn't like the second half of their first matchup where Kansas City was getting pushed all over the field and Carlos Hyde and everybody was controlling the clock. You felt like physically they were the better team, but they were just screwing it up. So you're right. That's a very real point. Kansas City just so talented, and the defense once again. I mean, showing what they're all about. Yeah, okay, they were down 24-0. It had nothing to do with the defense other than that blown coverage on the first drive. I mean, I don't know what do you want them to do? But they're impressive. It's a different defense. The Texans couldn't run the ball and control the clock that way, even when they were up 24-0 or 24-7. So Kansas City's the real deal. They really are. They have turned the corner as far as being a much more balanced football team, and that game's only going to give them even more confidence. And I don't know if they're a group that needs that much more confidence.
And by advancing, the 2 seed now hosts the AFC Championship game because the 1 seed couldn't get it done on Saturday night at home against the Titans. Tennessee, Baltimore. We'll talk about that one when PFT Live continues right after this.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.